welcome to this week's edition of Faces of the Jewellery Quarter. I'm at a small new place under one of the arches at Salcooks, should I say, with Sally. How do you do, Sally?
Hello.
I'm Dan. Thanks for inviting us in. So Salcooks is on Water Street.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, underneath the arches, just around the corner from Snow Hill Station.
That's right. Do you know which arch this is? Is it to say Arch 33 outside?
33.
Yeah. Okay. So you got Arch 13 up the road, which is obviously a bar, and now you've got Arch 33, and under here you've got Salcooks. If people knew Peel and Stone, that's where the little shop was there. You guys have taken that over and turned it into your own thing. So what is Salcooks? What's it all about?
So we just provide a takeaway lunch service to all the local offices and businesses around here. Yeah. Generally that's the trade we get because of the times we're open. Because we're open 11:30 till 2:30, Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday, yeah.
Yeah, and we are serving Portuguese-inspired lunch.
Okay, Portuguese-inspired. So could you give me an example of what a Portuguese-inspired lunch may be?
Yeah, so every day we have the pastel de nata, which is the Portuguese custard tarts. So I don't turn up without about 40 of those every day. And
they sell like hotcakes, we say, or
shall
tarts.
we say, or like hot tarts.
Yes.
We do about 70 or 80 on a Friday. So I think people sort of stock up for the weekend.
Yeah, treat the office maybe.
Treat the office, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of your Portuguese suite. What you obviously do salads?
Yeah, salads, sandwiches, hot dishes on a Friday. And then we do pies and croquettes.
Yeah.
So another very typical Portuguese snack is the little pork and chorizo croquette.
Yeah.
And we serve it with dips, which my Portuguese colleague Ruth kind of laughs at because no one would ever have it with a dip in Portugal.
Right. Okay. Well, we like to add a bit of a certain English twist to it.
Yeah.
Like ketchup or mayonnaise or something random.
But we make everything. So we make a little sweet chilli sauce and a little roasted garlic sour cream to go with that. And then we come up with other croquettes that you wouldn't necessarily find in Portugal, but that's where we sort of expand and
use your imagination.
Yeah.
And you sometimes do soups, not all the time because it's so blooming hot at the moment.
Yeah, we started in May, the beginning of May, so it was a little bit chilly when we started. So we were doing a hot vegan soup, happened to be vegan, every day, and then a hot meat dish as well on a Friday. And then when it started getting hot, no one was buying the soups. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
But we still do a hot meat option on a Friday.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you touched on vegan. Obviously, that's a big thing at the moment.
Really
so
important.
You're always doing a vegan option. Is it all your salads are always vegan?
So we always do 2 salads, and there's always definitely one vegan.
Yeah.
Usually both. And
there'd
then
be
there's
a riot
also
otherwise, wouldn't there? There'd be
a riot. Yeah, quite rightly. It's definitely it's catching on, and I think everywhere realises now that to provide vegan options is a very important thing.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
It's the way to go.
Nice little touch. We just realised you actually offer espressos here, which is kind of Portuguese twist on things.
So that's all it is, single or double.
Yeah, that's all you can
done.
get. No, and I do get a little bit annoyed by certain colleagues of mine that may order sort of iced caramel lattes or something when we've got a coffee machine in the office. But and he's a big rugby player as well, so that really riles me. So obviously you do the soups, the salads, the sweets, desserts, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so there's always one vegan option for dessert as well. So.
Yeah. And so what's your background then? So you used to be in London.
Yeah.
You've been working doing...
So I was working as a pastry chef in London for maybe 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
Started off at a little place in just north of London for a guy who was on the first series of the Great British Bake Off.
Oh wow!
So he started up a pudding company, and I was his first employee, which was awesome. He's called the Pudding Stop. Go check it out. And then went to Ottolenghi from there.
Okay.
So worked in their Knightsbridge store first on pastry, and then moved to the Notting Hill branch.
Fancy.
For 2.5 years.
So you know what you're doing then?
Yeah, in theory,
and you've been doing it for some time.
Yeah.
And,
we're just cooking stuff we like eating, basically.
Yeah, I mean, pudding. Who would not like a pudding?
Yeah.
And where did the name Salcooks come from? Because this might be an inspiration of why you actually became...
Well, you never know. Somewhere in there might have been.
Yeah.
I grew up on a place called Cook's Farm. Used to be a farm about 100 years ago.
Full of cooks?
full of cooks, the
To
Cooks
be.
family. And when I first got an email account, when I was maybe, I don't know, went to 14 or something, my mum used Fran Cooks.
Email her. That's out there now. So I'm not sure, that might be against GDPR policy and all the rest of it. But yeah, we'll have to scrub that out or something in the editing, I think. So you put your name and the cooks together.
So I figured that's kind of relevant now. So let's just keep that.
It works.
That works.
Why not? I quite like the branding. The branding is pretty self-explanatory. You got the spoon and the
whisk.
The whisk. And obviously another touch to the branding. You've got the sort of the tiling that you use on the website, and obviously you got into the shop here, and that's sort of the Portuguese sort of touch. Your sort of friend did that for you, is that right?
Yeah, my amazing friend Emily Bray, who works in the film industry, but she has also set up a little company. She designs her own designs and screen prints onto fabric, and then makes that fabric into bags and cushions and all sorts of amazing stuff. And she's called Wiffly Dog Designs.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Check them out. Yeah.
Check them out. And she kindly did my logo and my tile for me.
Yeah.
She just is amazing, and it's super arty, and just ideas just flow out of her head onto paper.
That's good.
So yeah.
So you've got people all around you
friends
helping you out all the time.
Yeah.
So obviously, how far do people come to find you guys? Because I know some of our people in the office, they can come down here on our lunchtime. We're up by Vi Street. How far is the furthest people travel?
I really want to ask everyone, but when it's a bit busy, like I can't really start chatting to everyone. But people have started coming down from like Colmore Road, like the big places up there, which is awesome because there are so many options for food up there, like chain options. Yeah. But you know, when you have Pret-a-Manger on your doorstep, it's quite easy just to do that, isn't it? But they've made the effort to come down here and go underneath the dual carriageway. Which
no offence to Pret or Tesco's,
love them.
Having a look at the menu, I would say it's pretty competitively priced. And you change the menu every kind of day? Week?
Every day, it's sort of structured the same. So there's always croquettes, always pies, always sandwiches, always salads, and always 3 sweet things. One of which is always the custard tarts. Yeah.
So you could get a decent salad and a dessert and the sweet stuff for £6 or less. So you can't really beat that. If people are going to find out more about you, I take it people. Can they do phone orders or anything like that, or do they have to come down and obviously just? They
can ring me. Yeah. Often people do is send me a private message on Instagram. Yeah. Or even to my email if they want to pre-order lunch. Yeah. So just in case we run out by the time they get down here, or if they want to they have a meeting in the office and they want to pre-order a few sandwiches and things for the meeting. Yeah. That's and
is card only here? Is that right? Just remember that everybody does card anyway. Yeah. Carries cash anyway. And people wanted to find out more. You are on Instagram. Do you know your handle on Instagram?
Salcooks.
Salcooks, makes sense. And your website address is?
www.salcooks.co.uk.
There you go. What more do you need? So we're in Arch 33, I think Water Street, underneath the railway, in this beautiful little place. Hopefully you can get a chance and come down and meet Sally. Maybe you won't get to see Ruth because she's normally in the kitchen.
No, she's in the kitchen, but she is here on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
If you want to come down and talk some Portuguese to her.
Yeah, if you know any.
You can talk some to me, but I won't respond.
I appreciate you taking the time out and seeing us. And it'd be great for everybody to pop down and try some of these croquettes. Okay? We'll see you next week. Thanks very much.